Championship game. Shout out to the sheriff real quick who went with me to the AFC Championship game. But we got a great show in store for you today. We got EDJ.
Sheriff cool as fuck. Hey, Sheriff, you a cool motherfucker. That other dude, who's the other dude?
Lube.
Yeah, Lube got a dry motherfucker.
And then obviously you hear Rated R Randy and Rowdy Ray with me as well today. So let's get right into it.
Hey!
Nigga hit a dog.
Fucking Chiefs!
We going to the bowl.
We going to the Super Bowl, nigga.
Going to the ship.
The first time of our lifetime.
50
years, bro.
50.
I ain't never seen so many people cry over this shit, bro. That shit weird.
It is kind
That
of
shit weird.
Well,
low key, look, but my favorite team won a championship. So, not NFL, but basketball.
Oh, the Heat.
Yeah.
But like, I get it, man. It's a lot of bloodlines and, you know,
I feel
family
it.
ties involed. I get it, man.
It's dope. It's dope.
It was odd, bro. Like, motherfuckers was really posting themselves crying, though. That was the thing.
That is some weird shit.
But when they handed that trophy, the Lamar Hunt trophy to Clark Hunt, that was a special moment in that stadium.
you know what? That's interesting.
I shed a tear, and I'll admit it. All right, I shed a tear.
That's interesting, though, because we were pretty critical of Clark Hunt earlier in the year for doing some things that, you know, were questionable at the best. You know, so thinking about suspending Tyreek Hill and then signing Frank Clark. There were a lot of question marks as to what he was doing, but I'm sorry, he did what? I don't remember. I don't recall now. No, I don't know why I reached for those. But,
Nah, bro, while we was tailgating, this dude came up to me. I mean, he was a cool dude, but he made a side comment that I had to brush over real quick. Because my man, he came up to me and said, hey, you know, sometimes you got to break a kid's arm to get a point across. I was like, hey,
homie.
we in the AFC Championship game. We need to worry about this. Let's leave the past in the past.
Leave that where it's supposed to be.
Hey, when we were down 24-0 to the Texans, someone tweeted Tyreek baby mom and his son need to go ahead and just hide from that nigga.
Hide in the room tonight.
Yep, just hide from that nigga tonight.
Goddamn.
Just pack it in. It's gonna be a rough night, y'all.
But yeah, man, Super Bowl.
which, by the way, real quick, was not proven that Tyreek Hill had anything to do with that situation. So anyway, continue.
That is facts. Disclaimer alert. But yeah, Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
We going to Miami.
Yeah.
Hey, that was the first song I played afterwards. That, and then followed by Kanye West, Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Hey,
as we rode through the city back home.
I'm going to Miami.
Man, the energy in that stadium, outside the stadium, was just a different level. Like, there was this old dude that sat behind me, and we was in the second row of the top deck, right by the drum deck. And this dude walked down to the edge and just looked over, and, you know, he's just holding on the rail, shaking his head, walked back up to his seat, giving everybody high fives. My mans was crying. This dude was, the whole game, like, if I didn't turn around to give him a high five, he smacked me on the shoulder. Yes. I fucked with this dude. I wish I would have got his name or something, because dude was hella cool.
Hey, man, enjoy it, because once we win the Super Bowl, fans about to turn real shitty.
That's probably true.
Fans about to turn real shitty.
Yep.
I'm letting you know, bro.
What you mean by that?
Because it's going to be expecting greatness now. Once we've achieved it, it's going to be expecting greatness. Yep. We can't fuck up. We going to act like we never remembered having 2 and 14 seasons. And
You know, at the end of the day, though, I think that win or lose in the Super Bowl, I think this team will that's why it's also such a weird feeling and experience for me right now, is because to me we're just a little old Chiefs, you know what I mean? That's like what I grew up with, was just the average. I know we're not, but I'm just saying, like, I still like have that
I feel you.
built feeling over years and years of, you know, we watched a lot of heartbreak. Growing up, you know what I mean? And
recently,
I think it'll take a few years of us really reaching this pinnacle, because I mean, that's back-to-back AFC Championship games at home, no less. An interesting stat in this game: it's the first time between the Titans and the Chiefs that the home team has ever won a playoff game in all of their meetings in the playoffs. I thought that was interesting.
Super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But what Randy said, it's true, and people will start to do it, but I've always kind of held the Chiefs in that way. I mean, especially since, the past couple of years, I look at the schedule and I really can't find a way that we can't win almost every game.
I hear that.
But not that that's, holding them to too much, because, looking at the team who they are, it's really hard to debate on, now who do you pick in these games? But...
And what is it, week 11 or 13, somewhere around in there? We got the best defense in the league. Number 1 ranked defense in the league.
I'm just saying, bro, prepare for that little...
That's fine to me, because, at the end of the day... it is what it is. You know what I mean?
They really gonna nitpick, bro.
Hey, you want to nitpick. I'm happy we're here, and I think at any point I'll be happy where we go. Obviously from this point forward, it's gonna be Super Bowl or bust with Mahomes at the helm.
Exactly.
Because all right, you already know how I feel about it. Like after Royals won the 2015 World Series, I've never had such a disdain for Kansas Cityans after that. Everything the Royals did was under scrutiny, right? And where was y'all at when Mike Sweeney was the best player on the team? The David DeJesus. Do y'all even remember Carlos Beltran before he left?
Nope.
No, they don't. They don't understand that pain.
Me neither.
Mike Sweeney. You didn't like Mike Sweeney?
No, I did. No, I'm saying, but we were shitty.
Yeah.
We were shitty. He was a bright spot in a field of shit.
Joe Randa.
Man. Smiling Joe.
Bro. I knew I didn't really care about the Royals. I just knew I wanted a Kansas City major team to win.
Yeah.
Major sports team to win.
Well, what about the Wizards? They won before that? Or the Sporting KC?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Hey, the worst part is, bro, Sporting KC, everybody looked over that shit oh, for real? That's what's up.
Yeah. Which is true, because they won it, in 13?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No parade.
Nothing.
And they won a couple, didn't they? They won more than one championship.
Well, they won the U.S. Open in 15.
But they put together a really good run, and were one of the best soccer teams in America.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't saying
and
too
they
much,
didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Swept right over that. But that's the pastime, bro.
You talking about baseball?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking about America's pastime. And I don't feel like the Royals have disappointed KC as much as the Chiefs.
That's true.
They haven't had enough time to disappoint KC as much as the Chiefs. But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're
roughly about the same amount of time.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
About 10 years.
They can't disappoint us more than the Chiefs because we love the Chiefs more.
Yeah, man.
One, we love the Chiefs more, and the Chiefs have done more, gotten further to be
have been more prevalent in their
heartbreak. You know what I mean? It's heartbreak in the playoffs. It's not losing, 15 games necessarily. The Royals have had many seasons of losing 100 games. That's easy to be that didn't happen. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to sweep under 2-14 than Mariota throwing a pass to himself to beat us at home in a divisional round game. That's different pain right there.
Which a game they dominated the whole time.
Exactly. What was it, 22-21? They came back right at the end. I think we were up 21-0 at one point.
21-3 at half,
something
I
like
think,
that. Yeah.
Or losing a game solely off of field goals.
Oh man, yeah, I was at that game too against the Steelers in the freezing rain.
Hey, what's America's pastime now?
Honestly, it's pastime. It's always going to be.
I was about to say, I think it'll always be baseball, but America's game is football.
That's America's.
I know
game.
what America's game. What do they mean by pastime then?
Pastime, basically just it basically goes off the most historical sport, and that is.
And that was the sport. That was the sport that was the most popular for a long time.
Right.
All right, bro.
What? You looking at me like that's not true?
You asked the question. We answered the question. No.
I figured there would be a new pastime. No, I didn't know pastime just meant you old as shit. It's an old ass sport. I thought pastime
it's the most prevalent sport in America for a long ass time.
I thought pastime was what everybody's doing, playing in the streets. What are the kids playing in the streets now? That's what I thought America's pastime was. So that's why I asked, like, what do you think the present day pastime is? Then you guys.
Fair enough. I mean, eventually we'll grow to where it's football.
It's still baseball.
What the fuck? Bitched up.
You guys bitched up.
All right, never mind. I'll revert that.
Randy,
baseball will always be America's pastime. Fuck Randy.
But
I think it'll change to football at some point.
It will over time because as time goes, it's going to continue to be
the sport.
Yeah, the sport. So,
but bro, 246. 246.
UFC 246.
Don't look over me. Don't look at me, dog.
Yeah,
no, don't look at me,
no.
bro.
Help give us a
because
recap
fuck
of the
y'all.
night.
First of all,
fuck us.
Fuck y'all because who the fuck says, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to go outside and run some baseball real quick." Who says that?
When I was a kid, I did all the time.
Who says that?
When we were kids.
Yeah,
nigga,
so
I was
we
playing.
did.
Hey, bro, you trying to run baseball?
Yes, nigga.
No.
Yes.
What do
More
you?
people run basketball than baseball.
Okay,
bro.
what? So you consider basketball America's
Nah.
pastime?
That's the pastime?
Oh hell no.
I think more people go outside to play basketball.
And it's more accessible, to be honest with you. There's no more like empty lots for
Than
kids to play baseball.
No,
But
nowadays,
our main
nowadays,
sport
yeah.
is football. I'm with you guys on that, but I was just trying to throw a lot to basketball. But fair enough. I don't think nobody
Sorry,
cares about
baseball.
baseball.
Already hit it out the park.
I thought that was nice, didn't you?
Wow.
I did.
Damn. He fucking tried it.
No, but
I did.
who cares about baseball anymore besides you and you?
I mean, honestly, it's a dying sport. We know.
Ray cares.
I'm one of the sole people that cares, but it's a dying sport.
I mean, I can't lie because it is a dying sport because I'm a Cardinals fan and I had MLB. MLB TV all year, and I mean, I honestly didn't watch too much. I mean,
same thing.
I got in and got out. Yeah,
I caught like 4 games. I
caught more than that, but it's at the end of the day, it's too long of a season. I mean, it's kind of like with basketball, how in the last few years that they've been talking about shortening the season. With baseball, it's just it's so hard to. It's the beginning, and you're into it. Then you hit about end of May, June, around in there, and then all of a sudden, the All-Star game is happening, and then you don't care for a little bit again, and then now the pennant races, are going on, and you start paying attention again. It's one of those sports that it's like you can dive in, you can hop out, and dive back in later on. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
Yeah.
So we're going to UFC 246?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Word.
Yeah, we got a little bit to talk about on this one.
Yeah, man.
We were
at Side
Pockets for this fight.
Shout out Side Pockets, man. They are really elite.
Dope ass establishment,
like
man.
sports.
They are,
events.
yeah.
They're fucking elite, bro.
Yeah.
I like the
We
the
slept
setup.
on them for a while because we kept going to Hooters and shit.
Yeah. Lame.
Damn near nobody plays the fights no more though.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I mean?
like that was the whole thing
About
Hooters-
Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah,
and
who the fuck
fuck
wants to go
Buffalo
to
Wild
B-Dubs,
Wings,
dog?
bro.
Like, so I'm gonna go there for subpar wings? No.
Nah, what got me is when I came in there and they was like, would you like small, medium, or large? The fuck you mean?
Ask me how many wings.
How many wings do I want? That's the question.
And then they'll say about. What do you mean
Yeah,
about?
what does that mean?
If I order a 6-piece and I get 8,
try
I
to
feel like I
defend them
came
right
up.
now.
Don't say I ordered a small.
You said what?
I said don't try to defend them right now.
I'm not going to defend them.
Nah, bro.
I'm a Wingstop, Wing Cafe dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, shout out to Wing Cafe.
Shout out to
Y'all
Wing
really
Cafe.
elite. I'm gonna keep saying this until we get sponsored, bro.
what's that?
That's a big fact.
Wing Cafe.
Wing Cafe fire.
Yes.
Until we get that sponsor, I'm gonna keep saying shout
But
them out.
in Wingstop defense, I haven't found nobody who has a better garlic parmesan.
Okay.
He
One
kinda
thing that
right.
kept me coming to Wingstop was the mango habanero wings. The mugs was heat.
Do they still have those?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
I haven't been to Wingstop
Hey,
in like
nah, boy,
5 years.
They didn't tweak some of the recipes in Wing Cafe though, cause like
They did. No, they did.
Because the dynamite didn't used to be that hot, and them motherfuckers had me sweating.
Yeah, I tried one of them mugs too, and they
Yes.
Kicking.
Singed, yeah, like singed my taste buds. My shit is on fire.
Wing Cafe got the flavors on lock.
Yeah, this
It's
asshole
just-
gave me
I
this
haven't-
wing at like 10 in the morning. Started my day off
Start
just
the
with
day
a
off
kick in the mouth,
spicy.
bro.
God damn.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Side Pockets,
UFC
246.
Hey.
Conor McGregor's big return. Back to the octagon.
One more shout out real quick.
Word.
Just that whole shopping center right there. You got Mr. T's in there as well.
Facts.
That shopping center in general is elite.
Facts.
Side Pockets, Wing Cafe, all in
And
there.
if you need some gas, Quick Trip right there.
Quick Trip is right there.
And you
the
can never go wrong.
legendary, old, reliable QT.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong, bro.
You can't. But my man Rated R Randy set the scene perfect.
UFC 246, Conor McGregor's big return back to the octagon after
15-month
15-month layoff, hadn't won in 3 years in the octagon.
Electricity like never before. Like I've seen never before in the UFC.
Out the spot.
He packed out.
Like, and we've been there for big events, and it wasn't that packed.
Nah.
We couldn't even sit.
I'd say the only one that was Khabib and Conor.
It wasn't even as packed as that. Like, it was packed.
I disagree with you. But because that place, there was nowhere to sit for Khabib and Conor either.
You didn't find a spot to sit? Because I swear, what was it? Me and B, and I want to say Tyrone, we was up at the front, like at a smaller table.
Was y'all in a different place than us than when we was watching the fight? Because we was in the back.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because I know it wasn't enough seats.
Yeah.
Because, like, we had 3 spots, and, like, that was it. Like, everybody just thought, hey, man, can I take this chair? I don't see my boy here, so I ain't going to be an ass about it. So, yeah, go ahead and take the chair.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. But, needless to say, electric environment, packed out the house. And no, it's crazy, though. There was, like, no... You know how usually, like, in, like, bitter fights, like, it's a lot of tension in the air. Mm-hmm. With none of that. Everybody was just trying to watch good fights.
But I don't think that it was as
Everybody
much
was
of
for McGregor.
One, and two, I don't think that it was much as much tension because there wasn't a lot of tension in the main event at all.
Them, but like,
because really, when the Khabib and Conor fight, I mean, you cut the tension in that room with a knife.
Swear to God,
there was clear-cut Khabib fans and there was clear-cut Conor fans.
The only other time I remember that happening was the DC versus Miocic 1. Oh my God, bro! I really thought
you fucking cheater,
bitch ass motherfucker. There was this dude in the Dallas Cowboys jersey. I'll never fucking forget it.
Right when Stipe went out, this man just started going off.
Bitch ass motherfucker. I was just like, God damn, bro. I mean, yeah, he kind of did eye gouge, but damn, son, it's not that serious. Yeah. But yeah, what was it? I had my man Papa Schro there, Rated R Randy, the Sheriff Montana, and Lube. Lube really tried to fuck up a good night. He tried hard.
He tried his damnedest.
And I ain't gonna lie, my man Randy laid down the law.
He did.
Bro,
hey,
I don't understand.
He fought the law and the law won.
I don't know, man.
No, dog. Go ahead and talk your shit, bro.
It's not no shit to talk because if it would have came down to it, he would have got fucked up. But so in that sense, you know what I'm saying though? Like if you know you can beat somebody's ass, there's no point in like really.
But you was pressing a hard line, bro.
Because it's like, all right, you start joking on my name. All right, Randy's a white dude name. Ha 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 ha. Get that all the time. Cool. Bet. Got you. Make that nigga buy me a drink. Why didn't he offered to buy me a drink? And I was like, yeah, buy me a drink, bro. And he was like, all right, bet. So we cool, we good. Then he starts bringing up,
yeah, the fact that my brother was on fucking divorce court.
On divorce court.
Like,
and then, okay, you got your little laugh out of Levi. I laughed a little bit. Everybody laughed. Bet. Ha ha ha. Now you need to understand the severity in comedic timing, my nigga. Wrap that shit up. We laugh. It's kind of a touchy subject. Pack it up and bounce. Your drunk ass want to keep bringing it up. Fuck that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. Divorce court, your brother. Ha 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 ha. Son, somebody shut this nigga up.
Son.
Like I'm getting pissed off. And I didn't, so before I ate anything, I had that drink. So I'm like a lightweight at that point. So I'm feeling my drink. And I'm feeling myself. My chest is poking. My nigga, my nuts is hanging. And I'm just like, yo, somebody need to check, bro. He's like, and so he kept saying it. And then he's talking about the neighborhood Ray grew up in or where he lived at.
He was like, oh, man, where your grandma stay is kind of rough. And I was like, bro, that wasn't even my grandma's house. That was at B's grandma's house.
He didn't even say it's rough. He said it ain't shit there.
Yeah.
It ain't really rough is what they said. It ain't really the hood. I don't care. Like, bro, first of all, motherfuckers will really kill you, dude. Shut up. You don't even know who you talking to. You don't even know what last name this nigga got. Shut up. You know he be with Lil Reese now. And Lamb Rod. Next nigga to talk about Ray on fucking beating their ass.
On baby, nigga.
No, but it was just mad disrespectful. So I just had to be like, hey, bro, you need to relax. Get that shit like, just relax, bro. We trying to watch the fight and have a good time. Cool that shit out.
Cause dog, he pulled up with 2 double Jack and Cokes. That's how he started the night. He started the night. So
on bullshit.
I knew he was gonna be on great bullshit the whole time. I was like, all right, bro. I thought he was gonna chill after that. He come back with another 2. Hey, Ray, why you ain't drinking? Relax, bro.
I love myself, dog.
Me and my liver cool. Like, we got a working relationship right now. I'm not trying to fuck that up, homie. And what? Didn't he go back for another one after that?
I think so.
So, because
I know he bought me a beer.
He was 5 Jack and Coke doubles, like, in. That's ridiculous, bro. Within an hour span, you are about to be on your ass in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then my man was really trying to go after some chick that was literally there with her dude.
With the
With her man. He literally just, like, her man got up to go piss. Or I think either that or grab a beer. One of the 2.
Something.
He left for a hot second and cuz is all, like, trying to talk to her and almost busted his shit.
Bro.
Walking over the arcade machine. And still trying to play cool. Like, hey, what's up with you? Nigga, nothing. Nothing, bro.
She was like, I'm already here with somebody.
And then that's when Randy really had to, like, let cuz know, like, all right, bro, you got to chill out before I beat your ass. And you seen it, he came back to reality. Like, he sobered up kind of fast with, like, 30 seconds. And he's like, yeah, hey, we cool, bro? We cool, bro?
Hey, that was the funniest shit.
Hey, bro, that's a running joke now.
It really
Like,
is.
I've been getting niggas with that show. We cool, bro? We cool, bro? We cool, bro?
Sheriff been hitting me with that all week, too.
We cool,
Hey,
bro?
man, are we cool?
And just to really clear it up, that's not even my energy. I'm not a confrontational person.
Nope.
It's just, don't disrespect my friends. We trying to have a good time. And you disrespect, like, you trying to be disrespectful to black people at the same time. Like, that's not flying. So,
Yeah.
I love having a great time, but just don't, come on, man. Like, let's have a good time then.
Right.
You gotta get ignorant with it.
But aside from that, the night was great.
It was.
It was a great, the card wasn't too great, but the main event was exciting.
Show was. The main event really saved it, because, like,
Yeah, because really,
the fights was lackluster,
yeah,
bro.
they was.
Like, I'm not even trying to shit on nobody. It's just, like, it was a good display of martial arts, but nothing exciting. Like, nobody really tried to push the envelope for real. Nobody tried any new techniques. Like, everybody kind of stayed within, the realm of MMA. Like, they didn't try to, break the mold or nothing. They didn't reinvent the wheel, none of that. Somebody, like, hopped McGregor up. Like, I'm convinced, like, Cuz just did, like, a whole gallon of pre-workout before the fight. There's no way you just come out there and grab a motherfucker, let me just throw my shoulder into you. And, like, he just kept doing it. Like, he looked like a Mario bro just jumping into the fucking bricks. Boom, boom. Like,
That's some of the wildest shit I've seen. I think the only other person I've ever seen really kind of pull something similar is Anderson Silva.
Oh, I thought you was going to talk about Johnny Bones, because he did that shit against Glover Teixeira. But
Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm thinking of a fight. I might be thinking of that.
the
the
shoulder
stare
check.
down with Chael when he choked
That's
him.
the coldest
That
shoulder
shit was
check I ever
hilarious.
seen. Bro, he hit my man's with like a jab with his shoulder. How? He said, like, how do you throw
And
your
nobody
shoulder? Like,
said shit.
hey, props to Chael Sonnen, because, like, I'd have snapped, bro. You hit me with your shoulder? I'm not good enough for a hand, an elbow, even a fucking foot.
Chael Sonnen.
You know what? Chill. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he is the greatest character of
Yeah.
all time
Chael P. Sonnen?
in MMA, bro.
I think Chael Sonnen is one of my favorites, one of my most favorite fighters of all time.
I feel that.
And the Silva Sonnen one is one of the best fights of all time.
Yes.
That was a good fight.
And you made me believe you were gonna beat him before that. And this is like coming off of the front kick, the Steven Seagal kick.
Literally. I told him to do that kick.
I saw that video played back the other day. We've only taught it to a few people. Yeah, I've been showing Anderson and Machida.
I told him to do that
Yeah,
kick.
I told him. I was just,
Get your fat ass out of here, bro.
shut up! It's a fucking teep.
Real shit. They teach
Been
you
around
shit.
for a while,
Oh,
bro.
This shit is old, bro. You go to Thailand, everybody throws
Hey,
kicks.
it's just because he went to Muay Thai class and they told him, hey, don't do that shit. That's disrespectful. And he went back and was like, oh, that's my move.
But yeah, bro, like, literally, it's kind of like the fight was like either it was like two ways, right? Either Conor was on fire or Cerrone was flat. Like, there's no real interpretation for the other. Like, because, Cerrone mounted one strike in 40 seconds? One strike.
I think Cerrone just figured Conor would try to figure it out for a round. I don't think he really thought that was going to happen.
I think you might be right on that.
That's interesting, too.
How do you think a guy who hasn't fought in 15 months that's come out and is going to grab you and shoulder you in the mouth for, 15 seconds? What the fuck, dude?
Right.
I mean, that... And Cerrone has a lot of power. So, I mean, for him to fight people... And,
Who got a lot of power?
What do you mean who has a lot of power?
Cerrone don't got a lot of power.
Doesn't he have the most knockouts of all UFC history?
Most finishes.
Finishes.
That's debatable. Either way, it's debatable.
I'm not saying he's got pillow.
I'm not saying he's the most powerful dude of all time.
No,
but a knockout artist, but he's got the power.
He can
to
knock
put
people
you away.
out. That's what I mean.
He's got serviceable power.
Yeah.
Not a lot though.
No.
Let's keep it a bill.
Well, I didn't say it. He has power.
You said he had a lot of power.
Okay, what?
Did you or did you not?
He has power in his hands.
See, in his hands? In his hands?
Yeah.
In his hands? I seen him put one person out with his hands. Melvin Gillard. And that was after a head kick. Other than that, his hands aren't really that lethal.
He's
what
good
about
at
Rick Story.
Yeah.
He finished it with a head kick, but what had him reeling at first was the strikes.
The 1-2 and then the head kick. Cause like he was cool after the first 1-2. He was like,
he was hurt, bro.
He was feeling it, but like he wasn't like fucked up off their hands.
All right, either way, he's
really good
power.
at finishing. How about that?
Really
Okay, there we go.
Or as closers.
He's really good at closing.
Yeah.
He's good at closing.
He has a lot of save. He has a lot of saves over his career.
Yeah. I didn't know Cowboy played baseball.
But I mean, you would think, at least in Cerrone's mind, that he would be fighting a guy that wasn't really trying to just go all out in the first 40 seconds of a fight. So I think Conor knew that. If anything's going to happen, I'm going to catch him off guard. It's kind of like when, oh no, the flying knee recently in the first 15 seconds.
Oh, Masvidal.
Thank you.
Against Ben Askren.
Askren, yeah.
Huh?
8 seconds.
Yeah.
8 seconds, yeah. It's kind of like that theory. I mean, just catch them when they're not thinking about it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It was a smart strategy, to be honest. And it's like, but the whole thing
I still don't understand how that worked.
The flying
Almost, yeah. If you're Ben Askren, you know everybody knows what you're gonna do.
It might have been like some hubris, like you can think you're gonna know what I'm doing, but I'm so good at it that you can't stop it. Because that's literally what he said for years. He's like, people say I'm boring, but nobody can stop me.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think that's what might have happened. He might have got a little ahead of himself, and
I think it's insane the amount of power that Conor McGregor has. He really possesses. At the end of the day.
That's the whole thing. Like you'll really question, like, did he hit him that hard?
Right.
He didn't hit him that hard.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It can't be that much.
And then
you just watch
someone's not moving on the ground.
Exactly. Like you watch motherfuckers basically die for a few seconds. Like,
because Aldo, I still watch that and think, like, how the fuck did that put him to sleep?
Now that's the one shot that I'm like, that makes so much sense.
I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's
because it was clean. That was
it was
the whole
clean,
thing.
and he was coming right at him.
Yeah, because like he knew the exact one he was gonna throw. That was it.
And the fact he took a shot while doing it was just wild.
Because like he got popped.
I don't know. I mean, Conor's pretty cut. I mean, there's hardly any fat on his body anywhere. So I'm sure that has to factor in.
I think that's why he came out the way he did, because he felt really confident in his new training program. And the week of the fight, they kept on saying, he's in the best shape he's ever been in his life.
He looks it.
BSHOL, best shape of his life. Like, that's just a narrative that just gets pushed through sports so much. So,
Yeah.
There's an acronym for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, and that's
like this before.
That's true. I think in this case though, it was very true. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying
we do throw. It's another thing like generational talent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, another one of those that we just kind of throw out there. Oh, this is epic. Some shit like that. But no, I think it was very true in this case. And after kind of reading about how LeBron inspired him, how much he spends on his personal health care.
And maintenance. Oh my god, This man spends.
Conor was like, "Shit, I don't spend any. I should spend some money on me."
Really on you,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Not just suits.
They said LeBron spends 1.5 a year, and I think I don't even think that's close.
Honestly,
think he
bro,
spent more?
No, I think that might be accurate, bro.
Really?
Dead serious. Because, like, I think the most expensive thing he might have bought was the hyperbaric chamber. Which, the procedures for that are a little pricey, but, like, he bought his own. You know what I'm saying? And he probably has his own cryotech therapy. Like, if that's the case, like, the initial cost probably is a lot. But, like, now, like, you know, it's
the
gonna
maintenance
pay.
and
Exactly.
all that.
It's just going to pay for itself now. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think, you know, he probably spent like the $2 million, like, or he might have spent more initially, but that's just what it would cost annually. That's just where I think. But yeah, man, and honestly, after like rewatching the not post fight conference, but like post fight comments, I guess between Joe Rogan and Stephen A. I get why people were like, you know, upset with Stephen A. But like to an extent, it was nitpicking. It was nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like we were saying about like the Royals, like how that's like a young team. Mm-hmm. This is a young sport. Literally, we are the same age
That's a
as
fact.
MMA.
I think the biggest thing for me is just putting someone out there that blatantly doesn't know what's going on in the cage. You know what I mean?
I think he knows what's going on. I just don't think he knows how to really express.
Every time he talks about it, though, he proves he doesn't really know what's going on.
How?
I mean, he kind of does to a point, I guess. But, I mean, saying things like, what's a shoulder clench? I mean, saying things like, oh,
but
Donald...
you can know what's going on and not know how to express it.
I guess fair. But that recent video of him boxing, or whatever the fuck he was doing, also shows he has no idea what's going on.
That doesn't mean
that
shit.
That
don't mean shit.
That just means he can't fight.
Hey, you know what though? He got a bad rap in that though. I think because
who was holding the pad?
Yeah,
who was holding the pad?
Like, nobody was talking
what the
about
fuck
that.
are you doing?
Who puts a punch down?
But you have to have a background in fighting to really pick that up though.
What?
The pad, like who's holding the pads, like to pay attention to how the pads work.
Detail like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have really picked that up.
Everybody getting these jokes off, and I'm like, really? It's who's holding the fucking pad?
He just hitting the goddamn pad where it's at.
That's what you're supposed to do. We know he's got a good hand-eye coordination at that point. But, like, who puts a punch down by their fucking kneecaps? Who are you punching in the kneecap?
Hey, when they said that Stephen A. about to go fight children, that's what killed me. He's trying to fight a 5-year-old. That's what got me.
Facts.
But no, I just... It's like the same situation like Josh Thompson said on the JRE. I don't know when they did that, but they talked about it.
Was on the,
mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they talked about it, and he's a fighter for Bellator, former UFC fighter, and he said it's kind of the same situation as Gus Johnson with Strikeforce. And I totally agree with him. As someone that can be enthusiastic about the sport, but at the end of the day, you need to figure out what you're talking about a little bit more before you go on national broadcast and
kind of put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you just hurting yourself, I think. And it's not entirely his fault. And we said this before we started recording it's ESPN. Like, ESPN does not need to be putting people in situations that they don't necessarily know what they're talking about. Even though I felt bad when they was talking about it because they was talking about Max Kellerman and how much more knowledgeable he was.
Yeah, I thought that was
A.
interesting.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
More knowledge. Maybe just due to his
in boxing.
I was about to say, yeah.
Well, that's what they were talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Because I was just like, that's the only thing he kind of holds.
But even then, Stephen A. is pretty knowledgeable about boxing.
Yeah.
He's pretty knowledgeable
agree,
about boxing. I think, just to go back to what you were saying, it's an ESPN thing. Mm-hmm. And that's really how your system works. Like, there's several guys that cover different things. Like, Mike Tirico will cover a Monday night football game, then cover the Masters, then cover basketball. That's just kind of how it operates with ESPN.
Even though that's the last time they had a good Monday night football play-by-play announcer was Mike Tirico.
He was
I liked him.
He was solid. He stayed in his lane.
I think he's angling to take Al Michaels' spot on NBC doing the pregame.
Really?
That's what I assumed when he jumped ship over there, is what he was kind of trying to angle himself for, which is smart. I think really with MMA, it's kind of like really like the last couple episodes how me and you've been going back, Randy, on boxing versus MMA, and you know I'm very got my flag in the mud, and I'm not I'm not budging. And I think for most MMA fans and people that either were trained or brought up in the sport or really like gravitated towards mixed martial arts over boxing, or just that was their sport, it feels like just a disrespect and a slight to the sport, and kind of credit that the sport has never got and still gets but doesn't get to this day. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, there's no, outside of Joe Rogan, there's no real personalities in MMA like that are electrifying like Stephen A. So like to get more
but what's
eyes
wrong
on
with DC? What's wrong with?
He might have had prior obligations.
Which is fair, yeah.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like there's not enough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Because like you got Joe Rogan in DC. Like that's kind of it.
Dominic Cruz, and then
he's very good, but he's not. He does not captivate me. You get what I'm saying? Like
not animated enough.
Exactly.
Really, what they should have done is put Chael down there.
Ta-da!
That would have been the best one to do.
The face. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He has a mic presence.
And the bullshit with Ariel Helwani needs to, because they try to kind of keep him away from the UFC shit because
him and Dana.
Yeah, which is stupid, but
it's
whatever.
All Dana, bro. Once Dana is out, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like once he decides to finally hang it up, that's gonna be a weird fucking day.
It really will.
Like the day Dana really retires, like it's not gonna be like the same product that I'm used to.
And we'll all miss him.
As much
after
as
all, and all the bullshit.
David Stern.
I was just about to say David Stern.
Yep.
Fuck David Stern. Hey man, he gone. Damn.
Yo, can we get him back?
Rest in peace, David Stern.
No, but it's clear that the UFC brass wants to take the UFC mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the ESPN deal happened in the first place.
Fact.
That's why you bring somebody like Stephen A. in to
Fact.
kind of draw in the casual fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where the fuck was Brett Okamoto is what I want to know too.
Him and Ariel Helwani were covering it like on their own. I didn't watch it, but I did see where they had a video like
bro,
backstage.
He's been holding it down for ESPN and MMA wise forever.
So, and this is something that me and Ray have talked about with the UFC is the biggest thing is the ESPN deal was the absolute worst move ever for the UFC.
I agree.
One, with the pay-per-views, you having to go through ESPN Plus. So now I got to pay $5 a month on top of this, $60 for the pay-per-view?
Yep.
$60 to $65?
I think they discounted.
No.
Supposedly.
When you start, yeah. But, going on, they don't. Your first month, moving forward, they do not. And so one thing that the UFC really was angling for was to become just another one of the premier sports. And that's why they got the fight kits. That's why they got
that shit was stupid.
USADA involved.
That was actually smart.
It was smart but stupid at the same time.
Were stupid.
Fight kits?
The fight kits, yeah.
Fight kit is
stupid.
Oh, stupid as fuck.
Bro, you literally are robbing the fighters.
Robbing them. And it's not like they got paid anymore, really. So you're angling it for this, but then now you've pulled off two different deals that hold your brand to one specific entity in Fox and now ESPN for 10 years. Isn't that the deal for 10 years?
Yep.
Yeah, 10 years. For $1 billion, you're just on ESPN.
What are the ratings like?
Do
you know what they are?
No, nobody knows because they won't publish them anymore.
Oh, yeah, bro. They stopped publishing pay-per-view numbers.
Exactly. ESPN cut that shit out.
Yep.
So, what other sport does that? There is not one single sport. The NBA, ESPN, TNT, ABC, football, Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN, even hockey.
Yeah, that's something that the brass needs to get together, though.
Every single sport. That's a fact. But 10 fucking years to do that now? They've got an exclusive deal with ESPN for 10 years. I just think that it's like, that's ridiculous. And then not to even...
They got paid, though.
They did get paid. I will give them that.
How long, I know it's not sports, but how long was Vince McMahon's deal with Fox for $1 billion?
I think 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But that was just for SmackDown. One show.
Exactly. So what?
Raw is on USA, and they got $1 billion out of Raw.
And that's funding for XFL, which is starting soon, too.
And the XFL is going to be on Fox.
Is it?
Yes.
That was part of the deal.
But, like, We could riff on that all day, bro.
Oh no, I feel you.
You know what I'm
saying? Absolutely.
Like, I don't know, we might just make a segment and just, kind of go off about that. But
I feel that.
Yeah.
My only other thing I was gonna say is with the ESPN shit, at least utilize ABC. Why do they not angle for that? Because then you're still under ESPN and you get a network television audience. That's my bit. Even if they would do that, I would be kind of okay with it halfway, and make ABC cards every once in a while and put a big fight on there.
And you get more people who just don't have like paid cable.
Exactly. With the Fox deal, that was one thing that was huge.
Do you think ABC might think it's too barbaric?
Maybe.
That's always been the thought process.
But I mean, Disney already.
I was gonna say
it.
Disney owns ESPN.
Yeah, so they own ESPN. So I mean,
they signed off on this $1 billion deal. So
exactly,
it can't be that barbaric, right?
Fair enough.
I do kind of get where you're coming from, because then you're putting it, just like we're saying, you put it to a bigger audience on ABC
and ABC is like marketed as a family channel.
So
that's the only reason I asked.
I feel that.
Well, Disney owns Fox too now, so.
20th Century Fox.
That's true.
They don't own actual Fox.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I had to keep
weird shit. I know. I remember us talking about
so
that. Yeah.
Hey man, you know what's something though? This episode's real special to me. It's episode 35.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ray's favorite number.
Oh yeah,
favorite number, bro. It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all have like a special number that like just means a lot to y'all?
3.
13.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird.
10.
10? What makes these numbers so special to y'all?
I know that because that was your number for everything when we played.
13.
Yeah,
10 was my number for everything.
Yeah, in sports growing up. And
bad luck, Chuck.
Exactly. I always kind of like that. I like the fact that 13's bad luck. It's gonna be good luck for me.
Yeah, when
it's kind of.
You know what's funny though? That number used to pop up for me a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
13 and 9. It's kind of weird.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like for me, like things like that, I always like to. Playing sports, I always like to put a chip on my shoulder somehow.
Reverse engineer.
And just like when I was fighting. All right, I guarantee you nobody thinks that I can do this. All right, I'm gonna do it.
What makes it so special to you, Randy?
3.
Yeah.
3 is date of birth.
Yep.
Nice.
Every favorite basketball player of mine has the number 3 in it. Whether it's Shaq, Michael Jordan, or D Wade, AI, they all got the number 3 in their numbers. So
fair enough.
That's just always been. It's always popped up in my life too.
Word.
Yup.
So Eric, well, that's an odd number though. 10. Like, obviously, it's not an odd number. It's even, but like. For somebody, this nigga dumb. It's not an odd number. Like, that's a weird number to like just like.
Oh
shit.
Is that Meezy?
Keep it on.
Oh Jesus.
Keep it fucking rolling.
Oh Jesus.
What's up, bro?
Meezy.
Holy shit.
Young Meezy me.
God damn.
Go over there.
It's our studio manager right there, directing traffic.
Yeah, I know. Over there. Well, goddamn.
You over there dropping dimes?
Yep.
Nigga snitching. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. But no, yeah. What's
What we're talking about? 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a number that always grew up with, and always wore all the time. So it's just one of those things that sticks with you throughout your life. And there's,
a funny thing about 10 is like the number in soccer. That's like the premier number. Like
really?
The best player usually wears 10. I think it's because of Pele. Pele wore 10, but I know that's like like people wear 23.
Fair enough.
In basketball or something.
What's up?
Oh, was that it, man? You just wanted to?
Yeah, nah, bro. I just
get
wanted
the pulse of everybody.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of hijack it for a second.
Word.
Shout out number 35. Shout out Grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why? Did you tell us why? 35
oh yeah, 35. Yeah, tell us.
35. I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's like I would have never guessed that would have been my favorite number, but it just like the older I got, the more it just manifested itself in my life. Like, what is it? I think like if you take my birthday and you add it up, equals 35. My grandma, she's been on 35th and Norton for the past, I think, like 35 years. Something like it's like it just keeps popping up. Like I can't get away from the number 35. It's kind of weird. So yeah, what was it like? When I did like spring training, like that was the jersey I had. I had 35. Spring training for like high school football. So
interesting.
Yeah. So it's just weird. Like it just.
Mark Banks, 35.
Fuck off, bro. Niggas
kind of clue the audience in a little bit, man. We got a friend of the podcast in, Meezy.
An associate of the pod.
Yes, sir.
Associate of the pod.
He hasn't been on since what?
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Episode 10, man.
Meezy, how you been doing, bro?
Chilling, dog. Chilling.
Word.
A man, a few words.
Man, a few words.
Gotta be like that.
Came in here rocking a Celtics hat.
I know.
What kind of energy is that, dog? That's toxic.
How's that
toxic energy, bro?
How's that toxic?
Get that out of here, because you in Miami Heat household, bro.
What do you mean?
Hey, wait, hold on. Time out real quick. This man said because it's Boston.
Yeah.
Says the Pats fan.
Hey, bro, Celtics is more racist than Pats, bro. Let's be real about it.
Yeah. It's like
Celtics fans.
It's up there, bro. It's like about neck and neck.
Now, if you said more, like toxic, all right, bro. I'll like, all right, you kind of right. Racist.
It's about up there, bro. Only reason.
Wait, are we,
only
we
reason
talking
is
about
because
the fan base?
Yes.
Okay.
Only reason because the Celtics has more niggas on the team. That's why Celtics fan base got to be.
My whole defense is full of niggas.
Hey man, Tom Brady white.
And Belichick.
Kraft.
You know what I'm saying? Different.
Hey,
Kraft fucks with the niggas? What do you mean?
Hey, posing with Meek Mill like he cool and shit. That shit was weird, bro. Hopped off a fucking helicopter with Meek Mill. What the fuck was that, bro?
Meek trying to get Meek trying to fucking get free. That's what that was.
Meek free.
Meek didn't give a fuck. He said, "Y'all gonna free me? All right, bet."
You know what? You gotta keep those friends close.
So why the Celtics hat and not a Mavs hat?
Yeah,
that's what I'm concerned with.
At the time, I seen it in the mall, and then I bought it because it looked like a nice hat.
Cool.
They didn't have any Mavs hats. That looked nice.
How you feel about Doncic and Porzingis?
Porzingis can't stay healthy.
He been playing?
Barely.
Yeah, I feel
Barely. Porzingis gotta show me something. Other than that,
that nigga too tall to not be able to rebound good too.
It's European style basketball. None of them guys are physical.
Nah, bro, Doncic be getting hella reports.
That's different. He a different breed of European player.
You just said EuroLeague, bro.
Most of them are soft. My fault. Right. Most of them are soft.
Fair enough.
Doncic just different.
Per Meezy, most Europeans are soft.
Fact.
Wait, double down. Facts.
I'm the biggest Dirk fan there is. Dirk was soft.
I don't know, bro. Dirk could get rebounds though.
When he had to. Other than that, nah.
I don't know.
Dirk wasn't no 12, 13 rebounds.
I'll let you get off. I'll let you get that off because he shitted on my team in that 2011.
Because they both had a soft big man. That's why. And Dirk was just more talented.
Who was soft?
Chris Bosh was soft.
Not on the Heat.
In that series, he was soft.
He was not soft, bro.
Soft.
He wasn't soft. He was just getting outplayed by Dirk. Dirk was outplaying everybody. We tried to put UD on him.
Soft.
All right, here y'all go.
SAWFT. Soft.
We trying to put we put UD on him who's not soft. He schooled the fuck out UD.
Too small.
We put LeBron on him who's not soft.
Too small.
It don't. UD is 6'10", bro. Or 6'9".
He was jumping over him easily with them jump shots.
LeBron is 6'8", can jump.
Jumping over him easily with the
That's
jump
what
shot.
I'm saying.
Outplaying.
He's just outplaying everybody. But fuck that old ass series. Because we got 3 rings. Y'all got how many? 1. So sit on the couch and chill, relax.
It's okay.
Damn.
We was one of those teams that say we beat that Heat squad.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That
They
is
hold
true.
that distinction.
So January 17th, I believe, Mac Miller dropped posthumous. How do you pronounce it?
Posthumous. Yeah, he dropped Circles.
Circles.
Yeah. Boy, you just like it. That whole album was eerie. It was unfinished. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm glad they left it unfinished though.
yeah. I'm glad they didn't do no random tweaks to it.
Yeah.
Even if they had like, you know, his closest compadres there and all that, it still wouldn't have sounded right to me. Cause like I know what's crazy. I can't find a song I like off of there. I literally can't. I've tried.
I feel you though.
It's odd.
Yeah,
it's a real odd album.
It's
I can't fuck with it. And I don't get
now swimming pools though.
Swimming.
Yeah, swimming. My bad. I'm thinking of Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I was thinking.
But swimming, fire,
but sad.
It is sad.
Sad, like that's some real sad boy shit. Real shit.
The world is sad, bro.
Yeah. Oh boy.
The world is fucking sad. We got the beer virus going on and shit.
That corona. This nigga is trash.
People are dying, Randy. Lives are at stake.
And I'm just as trash for laughing at this shit.
Yeah, they should have drunk Jello.
Huh?
They should have drunk
Hey,
Jello.
man.
Now, see, that's trash.
Garbage. Both of y'all.
That's trash.
Especial.
But that fucking virus is scary. But we're going to get to that in a minute. So, Mac dropped Circles on January 17th. Another white rapper dropped.
He went from being Mac Miller to another white rapper. That's crazy.
Another white rapper dropped on January 17th. I didn't know how else
Bro,
to say it.
we just can't say Eminem. He's just another white rapper, dog.
Hey, bro. Two great white rappers dropped January 17th, bro.
That's a fact.
And a lot of people were upset about Eminem dropping on the same day as Mac Miller's first album since his death dropped.
That shit was trash. Like, people were just like, oh, why did he drop? It's Eminem. It's Eminem. It's fucking Eminem. Like, there's literally nothing he won't do to try to shock us. Literally.
Do you think he did that to shock us?
To an extent.
I don't think he knew. I don't think he's aware.
Maybe. But, like,
Eminem is notorious for just being in his house and recording.
That's true. But even if he did know, he probably would have did it anyway.
Probably.
It just felt right to him. He just does what he wants, right?
Yeah.
So I don't get why people are sitting there going hard like, oh, he's disrespectful and brr brr brr.
But let's go back. Eminem. Let's go back to Mac Miller's history. And in 2013, he dropped
watching movies with the sound off on the same day as what? Magna Carta Holy Grail.
No. Magna Carta Holy Grail was like a week after.
Oh, was it?
You dropped it as same day as Yeezus and
Yeezus, Born Sinner, and The Gifted.
Well, The Gifted was a week. I think The Gifted was a week after. Whatchamacallit was 2 weeks after.
Was it?
Yeah. It was something crazy.
That was some wild shit. 2013 was
fire. 2013 was
fire.
2013 was fire.
But yeah, like I don't know, like Mac is kind of used to going against like heavyweights when it comes to rap.
I think Swimming came out the same day as Astroworld.
I think it did actually.
Yeah, so, I think you're right.
It's just that's what he does.
He likes to be
going
competitive. Yeah. Like, he knows he's great, and he's just waiting for people to acknowledge the greatness.
So Eminem giving him a charity #1, I don't think...
That'd been some bullshit.
Yeah, Mac
he wouldn't have wanted that.
He wouldn't have wanted that. That's what I'm thinking, too.
But, yeah.
What else came out 2013, bro? Fucking Wolf by Tyler. Detroit did?
Detroit came out. That shit slapped.
I think MMLP2
Or actually, no, I take that back. Detroit came out in 14. I take that back. Hall of Fame came out in 13. I'm pretty sure. That.
I'm not gonna say it's ass, but it just wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah, Man City was 12, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was into 12.
Control.
Yeah.
Control came out.
That was important. A lot of niggas started rapping their ass off.
5 a.m. in Toronto.
Yeah.
Nothing Was the Same. How the fuck did we forget? Nothing Was the Same came out in 13.
Was that 13?
Yep.
Damn.
Great year. Good ass year, bro.
You got anything to say about the Eminem?
Bro,
I'm fucking with you.
I don't even fuck with Eminem.
I don't even know why you looked at him. You
right.
should look at the actual resident white guy on the pod.
No, I was just asking you.
Nah, boy.
Nah,
Eric had a case full of fucking Mountain Dew ready to go to listen to this shit, bro. Live wire.
Bro. He probably hadn't even listened to it yet.
I know he didn't. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah,
I listened to it.
It was Code Red.
It was Code.
Code Red.
Oh, he's fancy. My bad. Got to put a little razzle dazzle on it.
Little razzle dazzle.
His name's not Kyle, it's Josh.
Nah, man.
But the real question is, did he punch any drywall?
That is the better question. Did he just tap the drywall? You know what I'm saying? But no, what was it like? Literally, when it dropped, Randy played a song off of there after we watched Bad Boys. I was so annoyed with Randy that day. Like the rest of it, he's like, "Bro, I gotta play it now." And, like you can't tell somebody turn some shit off in their car.
That is a fact.
Because we carpooled to the movie, so like I'm just sitting there. Like, just
my nigga was on his phone anyway, and shut up, Jamal.
I was.
That's debatable.
You gotta say,
debatable.
You always did that bullshit.
That shit sucks. You gotta let them know.
It didn't suck.
I was like,
it didn't suck. It's just not something you play in the car with your homie.
Number one, and then like I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to hear this shit.
Boy, the Eminem shit.
Yeah,
because basically, I guess the song was like about like different victims of like different like mass terror attacks. I guess whatever you want to call them.
The crazy part is, he made this song from a mass shooter perspective, but also coupled it with his perspective. And so, like, for the first however many verses of the song, like, you couldn't tell he was talking about the mass shooter. You thought he was talking about his own career. That's how he spun his words. It wasn't until, like, the very last verse you could tell he was talking about a mass shooter. So I thought that was impressive, especially to be this late in his career and be able to do that shit. I thought that was impressive.
Yeah. It was just bad timing for me. Like, I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I didn't, like, shit on it or nothing. I was just like, I'm just not trying to hear it right now. Like, I was in a good mood. Like, you know, I was still digesting Bad Boys, like, you know, trying to take all that in. And that was, like, fucking up my mood a little bit.
No, you was on your phone. You wasn't even worried
bro, because, like, as soon as I started hearing it, I was like, abortions and something abortions.
Yeah, all right.
I started hearing that shit. I was like, all right, bro.
No, you did not.
Because, like, I looked at him.
Did not say
and like, because, like,
you gotta chill out.
He prefaced me. He's like, hey, bro, I gotta listen to this. Like, that ass, I was just like, all right. And, like, I got.
So he was saying that on that record, bro? You gotta fucking chill out.
Young and the Restless, and I'm pressing it, Presley. Like, I'm just like, all right, bro. All right, man. Because, like, it's just what I expect out of him now. It's almost like the same thing with fucking Tech 9, bro. Just like just, you know, in white. That's all. Cha da 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 cha. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Turn this shit off.
That's like 72% of his
fucking
Hey, you know that AFC Championship game? I knew I was on bullshit because Tech 9 was sounding good to me that day, bro. I was like, fuck,
y'all gotta relax, bro. Yeah. That's a dope song for the city.
That old
Dave
bro, sounding ass.
Hey, when Big Crit drop another dud, I don't want to hear shit.
Hey, cause no,
we don't drop duds, cuz.
You can't complain about that because you know that's what he's gonna do.
Hey, so real, we didn't slander my sub part 6 enough.
What?
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't even realize it dropped, did you? Ballad of the Bass. That shit was ass.
No, that was good. It wasn't ass. It wasn't
that
the best
shit was
one.
booty, bro.
Oh, man.
That's the worst bass.
I need to go back and listen to it again because I only listened to it once or twice, but I didn't fuck with it.
It just he released it wrong.
He did, and compared to the rest of the my sub series,
it is
booty.
That's literally 6.
Stripper cheeks.
It is. But you gotta release it with a great body of work.
Yeah,
and that's what he fucked up at. Like, you gotta release it with a good body.
And that's what he's always done with all of them.
Yeah,
every
I
single
don't know
one.
Why he decided to drop this one by itself.
I don't either. That really threw me off.
Yeah, no, like he really fumbled. Critters here. He fumbled the fuck out of it to me.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Cause like and if anything, he should have put more importance of that Blue Flame Ballet shit. Cause that shit was hard.
That was hard.
Mm-hmm. He should have put more focus on that and like more focus on songs like MISS. You know, I'm not finna say it all because I'm getting tongue twisted.
That shit was hard.
So kind of to go back to Eminem, Ebro is under fire for a tweet he made about saying that Eminem has to treat his rap career like black people treat life and work 5 times harder to get a little bit of respect.
A modicum of fucking respect.
Yeah.
Ebro just be saying what the fuck ever, dog.
To a certain extent, I agree with him.
I feel you, but bad comparison.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But
I get it.
But
yeah.
in this stage of his career, that is where Eminem is at. He has to, like, just drop over the top of amazing shit.
I think more so back before, in his prime.
Yeah,
and even to come up.
You know what? You kind of right, because, like, we get to look at it through revisionist history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we be like, oh, man, he was really rapping like this? The average black person wasn't really checking for an Eminem record. That's just being completely honest.
No.
Average, you know what I'm saying? Like, average, obviously, there's going to be some select few. But, yeah, the average black person, like, it was up to, like, the magazines to be like, yo, this shit is fucking hard to help push his shit.
And that cosign from Dr. Dre.
Oh, God. Without that, bro, he wouldn't have never.
He wouldn't have popped.
I was actually just watching that, what is that Netflix series you just posted on your IG story?
Hip Hop Evolution?
Yes.
That
Fire.
so hard.
Well, yeah,
Fire.
that shit
Hey,
is.
I'm almost through with that, the first episode of this new season, that New Orleans shit.
Oh, yeah, that episode
I didn't know.
was
I didn't
good.
know. Manny Fresh's dad was Saba or what's his name?
Yeah.
I had
That,
no
yeah,
clue.
I didn't
bro,
either.
that, like, the bounce sound, I didn't realize that was from a New York group back in, like, 81.
Yeah,
That fucked my head.
that's the
up.
craziest shit
'Cause
ever.
I thought that was just pure sound. I was like, what does a New Yorker know about real 808s, bro?
Exactly.
And
And come to find out, the
Lo
South
and
Guy
fucking
sound
behold,
from the
yep.
fucking.
hey, bro, and I was just like, everything comes back home.
Yep.
Everything comes back home. That is literally the home of rap. It's the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It's the source. It may have, wandered away, but we all know where we get everything from.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They invented it, but they didn't perfect it.
Now, when I seen the old video where he was in there with Dre and them and Eminem, he had the all white on, the bandana and the glasses.
Oh,
that
fuck.
shit he looked funny as fuck.
Bro, young Manny Fresh looked even weirder, though. With a fucking hot top.
Bro.
I was like, damn, there was a point in time where he didn't look like a dyke. That's crazy.
You gotta relax.
Hey.
You gotta relax on my dog.
That's 100% true.
It
Bro,
is true.
he be looking.
But did I say he was lying? I didn't say he was
Bro,
lying. I
he be
said you
looking
gotta
like
relax.
a masculine lesbian. That's his signature look, bro.
Hey, I'm with Randy. You gotta relax, bro.
But why? That's
You
him.
ain't lying, but you gotta relax.
I'm not
That's
lying,
it.
bro, but relax on my dog.
I love Manny Fresh too, bro.
I don't see it.
It just looked like he.
I can't tell.
It just looked like he had a kid and said "fuck niggas" at 24.
God damn it. God damn it. God.
All right, bro. I'm gonna put myself in the corner, dog.
Don't do that. You put yourself
Hey,
in the
we
box.
need to get Manny Fresh on the Showbank show and
Nah,
set this
I
motherfucker
would say,
straight.
bro, he gonna slap me in the mouth. I already know. I'm gonna have to atone for my sins. I apologize. I didn't mean it.
You be like, hold that nigga. Hey.
I'm gonna have to eat them licks, bro. Hopefully, I don't see him in New Orleans, bro. I might die that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, do yourself a favor and watch Hip Hop Evolution on
For real,
Netflix.
for real.
That shit is like you gonna learn something you never knew.
That shit amazing.
Big fact.
Bro.
Yeah,
that shit.
and they don't even spend a lot of time on everything for real.
They don't, bro.
Yeah.
Like they literally try to cover the entire region wherever they going.
Yep.
Or whatever subject they going after within hip hop.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
And plus, like, the interviewer just lets them speak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it.
You can tell he has a dope vibe because
Everybody's cool. Everybody is like real smiley with him and shit. I didn't realize that Mia X had a career before No Limit. That's what really threw me off. The fact that, like, originally she was just like, part of the bounce music movement.
we gotta give P more credit, bro.
Cause he had
a
28
fact.
records chart.
Yeah, we gotta give him more credit, bro.
28.
Me and Ray was talking about that a little bit earlier this week, and just like, where does the kind of disconnect come with him? Because I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect to where, like, I don't know if it's like our generation or where it's at necessarily, but why is he not revered the way he should be?
Because he wanted to expand his career instead of just being a rapper all the time. He wanted to go do other different things.
I think that has a big piece to do with it too, for sure.
Yeah, and cause like remember me and you was talking about when we were like finally of age to like be cognizant of what was really going on. This nigga was a TV dad
Mm-hmm.
on the Romeo show, bro.
Absolutely.
So like we didn't know him as Master P. That's Percy Miller. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't the most we knew about Cuz was make him say and that seemed like a lifetime ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't know him as the ice cream man, Ghetto D. You know what I'm saying? Is there a heaven for a G? You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know that Master P.
Is there a heaven for a gangster? But like to have to realize he needed to be the one to say that shit when everybody else was bouncing and shaking ass and being like, bro, we in the hood fucked up. Yeah. I gotta talk about this. And for him to have the presence of mind to say that shit is dope as fuck.
Number one. And you kind of, the thing that I don't think they touched on enough with him is the fact that he had to leave home.
Yeah.
To pop. Because he really got his real start out west in Richmond, in the Bay. That's where he really like was getting in it. And then he brought it back home. He brought that same hustle that he seen out there.
Ooh, you gonna love the episode when they go, because they're gonna talk about Teddy Riley going from New York to Virginia Beach. And you already know the producers he inspired out there. So
like 2 elite level producers, bro.
Yeah.
I just spent the whole episode talking about how great Timbaland and Pharrell / the Neptunes are.
Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous.
But I'm gonna spoil one thing for you. Did you know Pharrell wrote Rump Shaker? I had no clue. I did not know that.
Yes. He was a producer and writer for Rump Shaker.
He wrote Teddy Riley verse.
Check baby. 1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4.
He wrote that shit.
I mean, I could write that shit, but damn.
But
that shit's still hard, bro. Oh shit, man.
Yeah, dope shit, bro. Dope shit.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Rapskis.
Hold on. I gotta throw in one more thing. I'm gonna take it back to football for a second.
Word.
We just gotta acknowledge that the great Eli Manning has retired.
Oh God.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, he was asking me, is he a first ballot? And I was just like, who else is like eligible in 6 years? And I was just like, I can't name anybody.
If Breeze retires.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
No, yeah,
he's gonna play at least one more year.
Yeah.
But, or who's retired in the last couple of years that could still be on the ballot. I think no doubt about it, Eli's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Peyton Manning?
Well, shit, his time is coming up in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but
he's coming up pretty quick. He's definitely first ballot.
Easy. But Eli, like, and the worst part is just like, I'm not the person to ask. I'm gonna hate on Eli every chance I get.
I feel you. But 2 Super Bowls, bro.
2 Super Bowls. He's the only quarterback ever to win 4 games in a row in the playoffs on the road.
Damn.
Yep.
2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Never missed a game due to injury. That's some shit.
7th on the all-time passing list.
Yep.
Yeah, he should be first ballot. He should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, I don't have a good argument as to why he shouldn't. I just by default too, like, there's not gonna be many people he's gonna have to contend with. You know what I'm saying? So like he
kissed a lot of ass in his career, so he's good.
The brass up there loves him, bro. Not because like the Manning family, like they was pulling a lot of strings to keep him starting.
So that's
why it was such a big deal when they pulled him for fucking, who was it, Geno Smith?
Was it Geno Smith?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like they was talking about on I heard on the radio driving and talking about really like nobody, and this is something I kind of brought up earlier in the year. Nobody really pays attention to the fact that the coaching revolving door in New York after Tom Coughlin.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And I think like a big part of the way people slander Eli isn't necessarily fair. He hasn't had an offensive line for years. I mean
I totally get it. It's just
he's never had an offensive line in his career playing football.
And that's true.
Line's always been trash.
These are facts. It's just, you know what I'm saying? If like, and the front office is like, oh, we love Eli. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't love him that much.
Right.
Y'all let this man get harassed for years behind that line.
True. But he was washed anyway.
Yeah, like since 2014.
For the last few years, he's been washed, so it doesn't really matter. He wasn't going to do much.
His team hasn't been good.
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't necessarily call someone washed if everyone else around him is not good.
You've had Odell Beckham.
Tied.
Huh?
Tied.
Tied.
Washed.
Game.
Wash.
7th generation.
Wash.
Clean him up.
Y'all trash. Y'all trash.
That boy squeaky clean.
That boy was sponsored by Deaf and Ball. If we trash,
He got a better winning percentage than Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
I don't fuck with Tom Brady anyway, so
And Peyton Manning.
don't fuck with him either.
I mean, I feel you. But I'm just saying, I mean,
But how
2
many-
for 2.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and shit.
Lamar
on him.
Jackson's the greatest quarterback of all time.
And Eli Manning, another thing is he still holds the record. he holds the record for most passing yards in a postseason.
Who?
Eli
He does what now?
holds the most passing yards in a postseason altogether.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
For
Wash,
now.
though.
First
Wash.
ballot Hall of Famer.
He was washed, bro.
Can I say one thing about football?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did y'all see Lamar Jackson's accuracy?
Thank you. I was going to bring it up, but thank you.
All right, y'all. I'll holler.
Let's go!
I'm out.
Did y'all see his accuracy?
Hey, I want you to note that this was not me this time.
Why are you excited? You woke up, bro. You ain't said 5 words the whole podcast, bro. No, you really excited. Go ahead and talk, bro. Take the floor, bro. You got it?
I'm just asking. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, we seen it. I seen it.
I've seen a lot of other niggas'
Yeah.
accuracy.
Yeah.
Everybody was asked that
Yeah,
day.
Deshaun Jackson too.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson. Whatever.
I was like, Deshaun
Yeah.
Jackson probably would be asked at throwing the football. Let's keep it real with you.
They looked horrible.
Who's the only
Like,
one
all
that
of them
was
look bad.
good was
Russell
Cousins.
Russ.
Cousins
Cousins didn't even look. Cousins started off hot, and then he started to show who
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins really was. He
We
can't
gonna
hit
act
the
like
broadside
Pat
of a
Mahomes
football.
didn't play that weekend? Because Pat Mahomes was on.
What?
Pat Mahomes?
No, we talking about
The Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't watch that shit.
yeah.
I thought we was
Remove
talking about
balls
the
from his
divisional
mouth, like, from
weekend.
his mouth, You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like, let him be. It's fine.
You said what?
I thought
said
y'all was
remove-
talking about the divisional
No,
weekend.
bro. We
Was
talking
he
about
was
the
he
Pro Bowl.
gargling Pat Mahomes' balls?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Kind of like he be gargling Lamar Jackson's balls.
Damn, son.
Boy, he been swinging from them things all year. Acting
one-
like this man can
Hey,
pass.
boy, you looking in the mirror. That's all I'm going to say. Because whatever I did, you try to do that shit better.
Hey, bro. You right. Pat Mahomes does everything better. You absolutely right.
I was talking about you, nigga.
And I'm talking about the whole situation. I'm talking
you, nigga.
I'm talking to you, nigga.
because hey, my jersey got a Super Bowl logo on it right now. All right, where Lamar Jackson's Super Bowl jersey
Did
at?
you pull up on Ross like that? No, I'm pulling up on you.
Next year.
What happened?
Because he was like, you see what's on my jersey?
The Super Bowl logo.
Next year.
I'm gonna say it like this for all the Chiefs fans. You guys gotta win the game before you talk like you already won it already.
That's true.
I mean, I feel that, but at the same
You're not
time,
coming to the Super Bowl party, bro. Your energy,
Hey, his
like,
energy
real-
is off, bro.
Your
I
energy
ain't even
off,
fix my
dog.
shit.
God damn.
I want the Chiefs. to
Yeah,
win.
when the last time you seen Rashid, dog? Because his energy off too, and I don't want to catch whatever y'all got, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
he go for the 49ers.
That nigga go for whatever team
Ugh.
is good that year.
Ew.
That nigga
Ew,
go
for
whatever
real.
team that's good that year. You
Shout
know
out
what
Rah Rah.
they do with that.
Fat Cat, whatever the fuck they be calling that nigga, bro.
Bro, how you gonna put this man like personal family nickname?
Is that personal?
are we trying to wrap this up like now?
Yeah.
Cause I was gonna talk about AB. That was the only other thing
Oh,
really I had to
yeah.
bring
Nah,
to the
hey,
table.
boy, leave that shit be.
You could chop that.
Leave
nigga.
it be.
I feel like if
The
it's-
Bentley stays, the broke hoes go.
Hey, nah, I just think it's funny that this dude pulled up with his shit and this motherfucker beat his ass. 4,000 to haul it across country? No, motherfucker. That's my shit.
Rapski.
Repskis. All right, y'all. That was the Schrobank Show. I'm here with Papa Schro.
You?
My man, Rated R Randy.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
And EDJ. And my man Jamal. Meezy in the house decided to bless us today. I'm Rowdy Ray. This is episode 35, and we are out. Schro busy.
Oh.